Good morning, Bud, and our panel and other lecturer. So I'm ZHIWEN from the Babi. So my lecturer is Suela. So I want to present our project one. That is floating clothing machine. Okay, we just go the introduction. Introduction is an automatic motor control t-shirt floating machine power. The aim the project is to float t-shirt mainly by pressing a button. People nowadays have been living schedule in their daily life, so household clothing despite graduate has been bundled for many. So in addition, most of the clothes folding machine in the market is too expensive. So we are trying to build to a predictable automatic clothing floating machine to a cheaper to serve small people. So it not only to combine the battery for existing product, but also have two holding board, two floating pattern. First is the more convenient and effective. So in the introduction, we will discuss several factors, include the breakdown of the project to build and the problem statement of the project and project objective, the scope of the project, and the importance of the project being built in. Is that I will explain to you all. Okay, this one is a statement of the problem. In my research, so many family and teenager is the red house has so many clothing in the household. Many small industry don't have the sufficient floating machine. They also not enough time to use handling. Some family has parent, is teenager, go out station, like he will come back no enough time to use handling. So at the same time, a high tech machine such as floating machine so I be emulate of the technology from above. So choose a lower cost and quality machine credit. And then the one is the objective in the design and creativity project. The objective of the study need to be more attention to achieve. And the objective of the project is to build and innovate of clothing floating machine to can be used by every generation. The next slide is scope of project. Scope of project is completing this project. A number of scope have been set to project. Hope the project can be complete and does not violate any deadline that has been set. The first one scope is the project can be specialized for any size close like I say XML, XXL, triple XL like that. So this project design and development prototype of t-shirt floating machine, and the third one is the machine should be programmed to float and scope simple clothes. Later I will tell you what program I use in this project. And then essential of the project. Project will be designed to need to flow for a housewife or anyone who is make trouble floating clothes. So a lot of housewives are not spending too much the time to floating clothes. In addition, clothing floating machine in the market is too expensive, so we can try our best to build a portable clothing floating machine at cheaper cost to serve the most people when to make it trouble. Okay, these three is in the literature review to I search. The last two is too expensive. You see the price is very like very expensive. And the first one is the normal one. The first one is the normal one. That's in the manual. And then the second one is automatic jean clothing t-shirt. And then he used the DC motor, no sensor, but he got push start button. And the controller system is the new automatic controller system. So this system is used the motor to control the motion of the floating part. And the third one is 70 kg, so heavy lah. So the motor is gear driven by DC motor, and the sensor is IR sensor, and the control system is Sipato. Sipato in my research is a home smart system. You can use your device to control it. Let's say example, phone, iPad, to let him control. And the next slide is development framework. This to make project will be successful and well. Several steps to be done and need to be followed to ensure that the project to be successful and smooth. So if there is a problem, so you want to see the flowchart should be referred back to help it. The first is a flowchart project information. The first one is register the project cost, and then do the project briefing. This is a very important part. And then after we project briefing, and then we want to selection project title, and then we can do SPP. SPP is a project development structure, and then we can review. After that, presentation. If the presentation successful, we can do the next step. If the lecturer no approve your SPP, then you want them back to the selection of the project title and then submission the SPP. This one is the step-by-step project implementation. First is the design the product, and then selection the component and material, and then identify and solve the project. After that, install. Install is start up the project, and then testing. Testing no successful, turn back to the identify to solve the project is successful. The product will be function until the floating arm return the normal position, and then that's it. This one is the selection of the component and the material. First, I use the switch 2-pin SP, ST, SP, ST is single pole, single toes, and use the current to flow. And then that's why Arduino Uno Ultra SMD, here is do the program Arduino. And the third one is servo motor. Servo motor is this to route the rotary actuator or linear actuator. So the fourth one is a board. Board is the base of the floating coating machine, and then the material is wood. I use the plant wood, so the dimension I got mentioned there 50 cm multiply 70 cm. So the first one is closed floating wood. We want to buy one set, so the material is plastic, and then go jumper is connection between connection, and then got one K resistance. One K resistance, the material is carbon. So this one is got two terminal electrical component, so you can do the circle element. And then the last one is a power supply. Power supply is supply the power. Mm. So the material inside got electrical component. So the next one is my product description. So some teacher will ask why my component will put where. So this one I will put this part. I do I go a little bit extrude out. So because want to put the component or Arduino board, brain board can put here to control the floating machine. So dimension is 50 70 centimeter, and then I hold this product flow t-shirt and short enable size human being, and then it can be used to flow clothes and have them ready to set off the shoe, and then will reduce the work for people with large family and save them large of the time. So this component just I'm gonna list out. Then the price of the product will be 250. Anyone in marketability can be used flow close and can be ready to save. And then the component first with wire, resistance, servo motor, brandwood, Arduino. So I hope this product that can be help people for their clothes, and then the price is 250. And the process is when you push start on the button, and then the floating machine will function until finish, and then you can take out the clothes. This is the estimate codes. No, in the estimate cost, the first is power supply 25, then support motor I buy 3, the total is 29, 39, and then Arduino Uno, and then resistance. Then I buy one set and one, and then the system, and then jumper, and then floating boot. So all I got list out price, and then total is 179. This one is my project one planning. First we were planning the SPP, and then the presentation SPP. After SPP successful, and then we want to project the proposal 1, 2, 3. Example, 1, 2, 3 is chapter 1, chapter 3. And if you don't know, you can to PM lecturer to help you. And then now week 14, so now I want present. Now is presentation proposal. So thank you, Pan, to take us. Even though I do many times wrong, so every time you change it, Until now, thank you Pan, thank you lecturer, and thank you other lecturer, thank you Madam and Panju. Thank you.